ban Toei animation. You are nothing without Dragon Ball Z, Mark. Dragon Ball Z will exist for millennia, long after you are and your channel are forgotten. Dragon Ball Z will literally go down in history. For you to make such a bold statement to say cancel Toei animation and don't support their new Dragon Ball Z movie, that's a lot of balls, my guy.
NANI? Dynamite!
Alright, here we go. Hey, how you guys doing? My name's Heero. This is the Identity Booth. Clap it up. We get in here though. I have a hot take. I want to repeat. I have a hot take. Before I go on this tangent and give my opinion on this hot take, I need to stress some things. One, as a content creator, I completely understand what it's like when your video or your channel is under threat of being taken from you. It is unnerving, it's unsettling, it's upsetting. It causes you to have a very visceral reaction. And that reaction is aggression most of the time, because you feel like you're being attacked for doing something that's hurting no one. When you're making YouTube videos or you're making content, the anticipation is that your content is being made with the purpose of bettering people. So when it's being taken down or taken from you, it's the equivalent of someone telling you you ain't shit. And based on who you are and where you were raised, you could take offense to that. But recently, a YouTube channel by the name of Totally Not Mark, they specialize in making Dragon Ball Z content. And I am a person who subscribed to his channel. I follow it. I follow his channel. It's because of him that I know anything about One Piece. But recently, Totally Not Mark, Totally Not Mark had over 150 of his videos taken down by Toei. So all of these videos were taken down, and you'll notice the videos that were primarily taken down were the Dragon Ball Z ones. A few of them have started to come back, but he lost a lot of his series. And because of this, 50 channels and you have this many subscribers, he has 600, almost 700,000 subscribers. Like, that's your revenue, that's your lifestyle, that's your livelihood. So I think for sure, someone like this would definitely have a visceral reaction. But I want to talk about it in the sense of what happened. So basically, he creates content, and as you can see, it's based on animes. In these cartoons, these drawings, no matter what you think about it, no matter how you feel about it, it's the creation of someone else, right? He reviews and talks about them, and this is obviously fair use, but a lot of people are confusing what's fair use and what's copyright infringement. Fair use is a legal term that is used in America to describe our laws and certain other laws throughout the world. But in Japan, all that shit goes out the window. And YouTube, as a provider to multiple platforms, has to find a balance. And 99.9% of the time, if it's you, YouTube, or a country, you're going to lose as a person. And it's your responsibility as a content creator to be able to navigate this landmine of situations. And Totally Not Mark did, and this is my hot take, but the way he handled it is proof that his lack of emotional intelligence cost him everything. Mark's lack of emotional intelligence during a stressful period of his time is proof that he was not prepared to handle this. So we want to talk about it. And I'll repeat it again because I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. I'm a total fan of his. I really do appreciate the work he's done, and I honestly enjoy it. But it doesn't negate the fact that he misread this situation and totally did not handle it appropriately. And I say that as a person who had my video taken down by Joe Rogan when I called him a stupid, fat, anti-vax dum-dum. I had my video taken down for that by YouTube, and I got a strike for it. But the way I chose to handle the situation played out in my favor and gave me a lot more ground to work with. Let's talk about where he went wrong. First mistake he made was he made it public, right? Thank you all. The other day I woke up to 150 claimed videos. Today I woke up to see so many creators in large, small, stand in solidarity alongside me. I don't know what will happen with this, but know that this solidarity on its own sends a strong message. Stop Toei. Toei is the name of the company who owns Dragon Ball Z. Toei Animation. They own Dragon Ball Z. They're the ones that took down 150 of his videos. You went wrong when you made this public. This is stuff that should have been handled in private first. Hear me out. This should have been handled in private first. You only go to the public when trying to resolve major issues with a company. Can't be resolved in private. Can't be settled in private. You go ahead and go with that route first. And the thing that you have to be able to see when you take things private is you give yourself the avenue to do two things that you should always do when dealing with a tough situation. First, shut the fuck up. Just take a second to actually gather information and understand what's going on. He was so gung-ho and ready to make a statement that without him knowing it or not, he stepped on the toes of people. And in my lifetime and in my world, it's taboo to bite the hand that feeds you. In the reality of the world, there should never be in a situation where you're biting the hand that feeds you. In this situation, Dragon Ball Z is a well-known anime, comic book, cartoon. Even a person who doesn't understand what anime is or Dragon Ball Z is or cartoons, they know who Goku is. They know, if you show them a picture of Goku, I guarantee you people will be able to point him out 9 times out of 10. So when he puts out a tweet saying that Toei should be boycotted and it goes to other big forums. Look at this forum. This is Crunchyroll, one of the main providers of anime in America. And they literally have a poll up about boycotting Toei Animation because Mark didn't have the emotional intelligence to compose himself in the heat of a moment and think about a structured action plan and move forward. It speaks to the privilege that Mark thinks he has. It speaks to the lack of emotion and the privilege that Mark has. Whether you believe it or not, that's the rules. That's the rules. Whether you believe it's right or wrong, that's the rules right now. You can argue the rules, but don't argue you can argue the rules, but argue the rules within your situation. If you want the rules to change, argue about changing the rules. But don't complain about the rules being enforced equally and properly. Because throughout his interview, and this is the sad part, and I'm not saying this out of whim, because Mark has now taken down 2 of the videos asking for people to boycott Toei. And there's a reason why he took it down. Because he got smacked down. He had to put out a formal apology in English and Japanese. And he took that one down too. So this isn't off a whim. Like Mark Mark bucked at the big dog in the house, and he sent him on a walk. Said you can't eat supper tonight. Go sleep outside. And Mark is suffering the consequences of his actions by bucking at the system. And I'm not saying he's not wrong for it. Would I have done it? Sure. But I don't have I don't have 2/3 of a million subscribers, man. So I would have definitely taken a different approach. I would have taken a business approach. I say this even a step further, that Mark's situation is not unique to him. He's not the only, and people are saying, what do you mean? he's not the only person that's ever made Dragon Ball Z content. For anyone who watches Dragon Ball Z, literally the canon version of Dragon Ball Z to me now is Dragon Ball Z Abridged by Kaizo Neko and 4-Star Animation. Dragon Ball Z Abridged got taken down off of YouTube, and 4-Star lost their channel and had a multitude of strikes put against them. But I never heard the inner workings of this fallout. But you want to know what's unique to the situation? They agreed to disagree. They stopped making future content, but Toei allowed them to keep their old content. Because they handled it like business professionals. They didn't cry and complain the first instant of aggression. They were logical. They were methodical. They were thought out. And at first they took pause to think of the situation. They lost their channel. And they were still able to build back and make something out of it. And it shows to the ability to have emotional intelligence and composure. Mark has now taken a break completely off of YouTube for the remainder of the year. And I think he needs it to reassess and recalibrate himself, because he was willing to throw away not only his career, but the people he employs. As a leader, you have to think about the team before you think about yourself. So, like, once again, why I empathize with Mark and understand his... Let me stop bullshitting. I don't understand what he's going through because I don't have 1 million subscribers. I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. But I have 500 people who watch this and 6 people watching me right now. And if I had to go start all over, I would shed a tear. But I definitely would have been able to keep my composure so that I could make a sound decision and wouldn't have to backtrack. Because what he's doing now is learning how to say sorry. And it's a lot easier to ask for forgiveness for your actions if you haven't insulted somebody. And he's I believe he's not American, but there was a part of me that took an element of like, man, the bravado in his voice to think that like his privilege, there was a part of me that immediately said, and you know we'll call it quits. To him say, ban Toei animation. You are nothing without Dragon Ball Z, Mark. Dragon Ball Z will exist for millennia, long after you are and your channel are forgotten. Dragon Ball Z will literally go down in history. For you to make such a bold statement to say cancel Toei animation and don't support their new Dragon Ball Z movie, that's a lot of balls, my guy. And because of that, you are suffering, and that's why he's gone Zero Dark 30. It's strange how he's now doing the things he should have been doing in the beginning as a consequence. And this is why they call him that. You gotta learn. You're learning the hard way. You are definitely learning the hard way. But hey, that's just my take on it. And hopefully we can get back to something good. So let me know what you guys think. Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah. But it's so hard to find through the daily grind. Been working overtime, and I'm sleep deprived. Shorty on my line, and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night. Don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down, and we can catch the vibes.